Brandon, I know that you and I have talked about this offline, but it seems to me, even today, anti-war conservatives have this sort of stigma. So people say, "Oh, you're anti-war. You are questioning U.S. relations with Israel. You must be anti-Semitic. You must be part of this sort of America First Committee legacy that Charles Lindbergh represented." And I do think that some of them are out and out smears just to shut you up or chill speech. But there are people out there that have sort of accepted this caricature that Andrew is describing here and cannot believe that there are people on the right that actually are anti-war. There must be some nefarious underlying reason.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why Lindbergh, I'll split the difference with Andrew here on Lindbergh and his views on race, and I'll say he was, I don't know, far more racist but then again, you're talking about America in the 1930s and 1940s. It's not as if you can't find people who had these views on race. The reason why he was vilified is because he opposed American entry into the war. I mean, had he had all the views that he had, but he, for whatever reason, he supported American entry, no one would have really cared about what his views on race were. And whenever we tried to project onto the past this anti-racist vision for America's role in World War II, it runs up against some pretty difficult to characterize aspects, like the South in the United States, which obviously had Jim Crow and all that, was ardently interventionist. Many people in the North who wanted America's entry into the war had their own kind of white man's burden reason for doing so. Because they wanted to join hands with Great Britain, save its empire, and therefore manage global affairs. So I think part of the reason why Lindbergh is so useful even in the present today is it's able to gloss over those particularly rough edges that came with American entry into the war, and so it creates this caricature that is useful. But I think this is all part of a larger argument that Andrew certainly pointed out, is like, what is the purpose of American foreign policy? Is it to defend the United States? And who was part of that family? And that has been a debate that has been active since this country was founded. It will always be active. But I think it's also worth noting that Charles Lindbergh was the son of an immigrant. His father was, I believe it was Sweden, it could be Norway.
Scandinavian, but I forget, yeah.
Yeah. I should know this by now. But
you better get on that.
Yeah, well, but he served in Congress, did his father. He was an ardent non-interventionist. Many of the people who came out of the Midwest were first and second generation Americans who were ardently America first because they believed in the project of the United States. And these were not just people who were members of the German-American Bund who had some kind of affinity for Hitler. I mean, these were people who really who bought into the kind of civic nationalist version of that project, and they were arrayed against people who had fairly firm roots in the United States. The old, what we used to call the WASP, right? The white Anglo-Saxon elite types who really did view America's future as being intertwined with Great Britain and the larger transatlantic project. So these lines over identity and belonging are not clear, but I would certainly agree that this version of the past is useful because in the present, those who want a more expansionist foreign policy want to have a more expansionist vision of what America is. It's a set of ideas. It's part of Western civilization. It upholds the rules-based liberal international order. Pick your flavor. But in reality, it ought to be the defense of the people of the United States. But who is and is not a member of that club is certainly a point of debate.